Hi, Tim here with Student Athlete World. So today I came across a very interesting article, actually a study that just came out. It's in the American Psychological Association. The name of the study is Most People's Life Satisfaction Matches Their Personality Traits. And the point of the article was, or the study, is a very, very big study. The point was that the traits that people have correlate to them having a high satisfaction of at the end of their life. So you would ask somebody like, "Is this a trait you have? Yes or no?" And then how happy are you with your life, and so on. I found the results very fascinating. In the context of international travel, which we do, I saw a ton of correlation. So I just wanted to go through some of these traits with you. Some of you might find it interesting as well. I'll start with the negative. So one of the traits that correlates with low life satisfaction is I often feel that others misunderstand me. And I instantly thought about basketball. I instantly thought about the culture of youth basketball. Almost everything you see in youth basketball is I'm underrated. I'm under the radar. Nobody believes in me. These are tropes that basically get said by everybody in youth basketball. And this study basically is saying that personality trait is one that correlates with low life satisfaction. So think about that. Is that, most people think that's a good thing, like I'm underrated. But the opposite is the other trait on the other side of that correlates with high life satisfaction is the belief that working hard, you can achieve anything. So the belief is I'm good enough, I can do it, I can achieve anything, is a much better thought process than nobody believes in me. I found that really fascinating. That's what made me want to read the article. So the other traits, I'll go through those with you. Some of the negative traits: find that nothing excites me. I postpone decisions. So somebody who can't make a decision, very neurotic. It came up a lot in this article. The word neurotic correlates with low life satisfaction. So cell phones, social media, COVID, these are all things that made people more neurotic. I started this business when I was 30. I'm 45 now. I've had a really good window into like the middle-aged people. I've spent most of my life dealing with parents of high school age kids, and that has only increased for a ton. I'm way happier now at 45 than I was at 30, but I don't think that's super common in the world today. So some of these things, postponing decisions, just do it, make it happen. Which I correlate that with international travel. Get on a plane, go somewhere, do it. The other ones are I'm often bored. I let others take advantage of me. I make enemies, tell lies. I forget things easily or cry easily. Those are all personality traits that the study found correlates with having a lower satisfaction of life. But I mainly want to focus on the positive traits here. So the personality traits that correlate with high life satisfaction are being good at many things. So I'm good at many things. On our tours, we focus on, yes, the sport is the lead. That's what the tour is about, the sports trip and the experience and the growth. But there's more to it than just sports. There's the opportunity to develop yourself as a leader, as a person, to expand your horizons, to get to know people from other cultures. And sometimes we'll have parents that'll push back on that, and they'll say, well, we're all lacrosse, or we're all softball, or we're all, and we try to say, hey, you can be 100% in on your sport and still be good at other things, or still care about other things. This article would say that you're going to have a higher satisfaction of life if you're good at many things. That's something I very much believe in. Another trait, positive trait, taking risks. Obviously, sending your child overseas or getting on a plane yourself and doing something unique or being part of a group, that's risky, people. It's easier just to do what you know. Taking risks is going to make your life more satisfying. Easily apologize when you're wrong. Extremely loyal person, respecting authority and working on yourself. These are all great traits, but there's really two big ones that I want to focus on. One is I like to visit new places. Travel just has this magical aspect to it where just being somewhere new and experiencing new cultures makes you a better person, makes you work harder, opens your mind. It's just so many great things about travel. So obviously we're an international travel company. We believe in international travel wholeheartedly. The last one is believe that one has a special duty to one's family. This one really kind of hit home with me as well. I have three kids. They're three young kids. We're always busy trying to give them experiences and make memories with them. And for me personally, like I said, I started this company when I'm 30. I'm 45 now. As I've increased my tax bracket, my lifestyle has not changed. I don't drive a fancier car than I did 15 years ago. I don't need to wear more fancy clothes than I did 15 years ago. But I work really hard to give my family and my kids opportunities or enrich their lives. And it doesn't mean I spoil them. I certainly want them to understand the value of working hard and that sort of thing. That's a different conversation. But here I'm talking about doing things for my family in particular. I hear from so many clients that they say that they want their kid to do something that they didn't have an opportunity to do as a kid. That is so important. That's so special. That's great parenting. That's what it's all about. I read recently something about reverse mortgages and elderly cruises, and basically how this generation is really the first generation of retirees that does a reverse mortgage instead of passing the estate on to their family, or they work hard for 50 years so that they can go on cruises. And I'm not gonna bash cruises, but for me, I want to work really hard so that I can share it with my grandkids, or that my grandkids can come to my lake house, or that's a very passionate part of my personality. Is I work hard for my kids and for my family. This article says that leads to great life satisfaction, which I'm glad to hear, because I want to be very satisfied with my life. So when I correlate that to the families that take a financial risk and work hard to be able to send their kid on a trip like this, what they're really doing is they're creating memories, and they're having they believe that their duty to their family is that important, which I think is so awesome. And I know that many of our families really work hard to be able to send their kid on a trip like ours. And that's why we take puts us pressure on ourselves to create an awesome trip, because we want them to say, okay, we invested this money into this experience, and we got to deliver. We want it to be the experience that they wanted with their family. So I found all of those really interesting. As I looked at that list and I said, personality traits that lead to high life satisfaction, I was looking at that list and I'm like, go on a SAW USA international tour. And then I was like, personality traits that lead to low life satisfaction, all the reasons why you don't want to go on a tour. It's too risky, nothing excites me, I'm bored, I hate to hear about the success of others, and all those things. So I read this article and it really stood out to me. So I wanted to share that with you. I can try to link the article here, so if anyone wants to dig deeper on it, I found it pretty interesting. So thanks for listening, and I hope to see you on an international tour soon.